How's this for a pitch? A show about an insanely rich, mostly out of touch family who is constantly backstabbing each other in order to take control over the media and entertainment firm that their father created after he's looking to step down. Yeah, might not sound like the most exciting piece of television that you might watch, but let me tell you, if you haven't already, these are some reasons why you should be watching Succession. Now, the series was created by Jesse Armstrong and Mark Mylod, who directed last year's amazing The Menu. He directs the majority of the episodes. Now, I'm telling you, the writing in this show is amazing. Like seriously, really, really good. Like, you can take something so, I guess, mundane as running a firm and all these different double crossings and triple crossings. It might sound very dry, but no, the writing in the show is so good that you're captivated. People are mostly just talking and you're just captivated. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. If you've ever thought that you want to be an aspiring writer, this show absolutely needs to be on your watch list. I changed allegiances many, many times throughout the show. Like the whole series, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm behind this. No, I don't know. I don't agree with that. And then you're like, oh, well, this character's not so bad. Just wait a few minutes. It's sort of like Texas weather. The direction overall, I've got to say, mostly really, really good. But there's a disturbing thing that has happened ever since The Office premiered, and that's this shaky cam with the quick zooms and all that. No, I get what you're trying to do. I get that it makes it maybe more, I don't know, dynamic or whatever, but we can just stop now, okay? Because it's gotten a little bit annoying. But that's really the only bad thing I have to say. I mean, there is an episode, and I won't say where it takes place if you're looking to watch this show, but I'll just say that there's some text messages that are exchanged, and it is literally the hardest I've laughed in probably 5 years. Seriously, it was so it was so funny. There's a lot of what might be sounding like hyperbole coming out of my mouth, but there's also an episode where it might be some of the best acting I've seen in many, many years. I mean, television, movies, whatever. I'm telling you, it is and it's earned. It's earned by the time that you've spent with these characters. And even though, look, there's going to be ones that you just can't stand. There's going to be ones that you're like, I hate this person, but you somehow feel for them. And that is an amazing accomplishment. So on top of that, you get some amazing actors. Let's go down the list, shall we? Brian Cox as Logan Roy. He's been a force of acting for many, many years. The first time that I was ever introduced to him was in Braveheart back in the mid 90s, 95, right? He plays a very, very small part, but it was a part that made me go, I like this guy. And of course, he's shown up in many different roles over the years. He was in the Bourne movies. He was in Zodiac, one of my favorite movies ever. He's an amazing actor, and he gets to do things here that I've never gotten to see him do. You know, play all kinds of emotions, and just look, if you like Brian Cox, oh my God, he is so good here. Jeremy Strong as Kendall, he plays an amazing character here. Kendall is sure of himself and yet not sure of himself. He seems like he's a nice guy and then he's not. And it's just talk about levels. I mean, this guy is all over the place and has also made me cringe more watching a TV show. Man, where you're just like, I don't feel right watching. I can't believe he's doing this. Wow. Sarah Snook as Shiv or Siobhan. Wow. She's really, really good. Multi-layered, and like, you never know exactly what she wants. And what's funny is I don't know if the character knows exactly what she wants. It's really fun watching her character grow over the entire series. Like, you just never know what these characters are going to do. And Shiv in particular she's just really fun to watch. You never know what she's going to say either. It's just, She's great. And the first time I saw her was in Predestination with Ethan Hawke, which she was great there. But it's just like, man, actor over after actor. It's insane stuff. Kieran Culkin plays Roman, and probably my favorite single character to watch, just because, again, another one where he's such a loose cannon. You don't know what he's gonna say. You don't know what he's gonna do, and man, he was just amazing. And then what I really like is that there are these glimpses of vulnerability that you don't really get to see a whole lot until you do. And then when you do, you're like, wow, I kind of feel for him. And then he does something again that makes you go, okay, dude, what? It's what an amazing character. Now, Matthew Macfadyen and Nicholas Braun. Matthew Macfadyen I've known for many, many years. He's been doing character acting for a very, very long time. Love that guy. He's always great. Nicholas Braun, I was brand new to him, and both of them, their characters, Tom and Greg, are sort of like, I've heard them say they're kind of like the C-3PO and R2-D2 of Succession, where they're sort of side characters, but then they have moments where they really come into play. I think it's much bigger than a C-3PO R2-D2 thing. I mean, they are integral in some of this plot moving forward, but their exchanges, I'm telling you, like some of my favorite parts of the show are the exchanges between Tom and Greg. And like, Tom is a wannabe bully, and Greg is this, bright-eyed young kid who just wants to impress. And it's a joy to watch these characters. It's like let's create these characters and then let's bounce them off each other. And it's just so much fun to watch. And there are tons of others. There are tons of other actors in here that do amazing work. Alan Ruck plays the oldest sibling of the Roy family, Connor, and he's an idiot, and he's so much fun to watch. It's so good. And like, seriously, time after, and I don't want to give away some of the character actors that do show up, but when they do, it's like, oh wow, okay. And then they come in and they do some amazing stuff. And it's a playground for acting. It's a playground for writing, and it's so charming and witty, and you hate them, but then you kind of like them, and then you hate them again. It's so much fun. Now, I started watching this about 2 weeks before the season finale, which was, a little over a month ago, as of the time of this recording. And I have just kind of zoomed through it. Between Succession and Tears of the Kingdom, I've gotten very, very little done. I'm just trying to be honest here. But look, I wanted to talk about it. I finished the show. I wanted to talk about it. 39 episodes. I say it's absolutely worth your time if you have not watched Succession. So I think this show is going to go down in history as one of the best written, best acted shows like ever. So I'm kind of curious from your perspective. If you've seen it, let's talk about it. If you haven't seen it, are you going to watch it? Does this make you want to watch it? Let's talk about it down in the comment section below, because that's where all the good stuff happens. I mean, man, there's been some really good conversations in my comment section. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.